Welcome back to our journey through the fascinating world of that time I got reincarnated as a slime's light novel. Let's continue from the last part, where we left.
So the place where I lived was full of magic, and I didn't need to eat because of it. As for sleeping, my slime body doesn't need it. The Great Sage skill helps me a lot, and it has 5 effects. Hasten Thought makes me think a lot faster, helps me understand things better. Parallel Operation lets me analyze things without interrupting my normal thinking. Cast Cancel speeds up the time it takes to use magic. All of Creation gives me information about everything I've heard about. I got excited about the All of Creation part, but it turns out I need to know about things first. Also, I can use magic. I tried to learn some spells myself, but the Sage couldn't help me cast them. Then, I had an idea to link Predator Analysis with Great Sage Parallel Operation. The Sage said it was possible, and I decided to try it. I analyzed some grass I had eaten and found out it was a healing herb. I quickly made a potion with it. The Sage helped me do it faster by linking the skills. I gathered more herbs to turn my stomach into a potion factory. Then something unexpected happened. I fell into water. I realized I didn't need to breathe as a slime. I couldn't tell if I was floating or sinking, but I used my skills to create a water jet propulsion and ended up moving really fast in the darkness. It was like being on a roller coaster, but scarier because I couldn't see anything. I started regretting my impulsive decision. I had no idea how long this would last or how much water I spit out. As I bounced off something in the dark, a voice in my mind explained that I acquired a skill to cancel pain and resisted some damage. My body, with the help of my unique skills, repaired itself. I encountered an intelligent being named Veldora, a storm dragon. Veldora seemed curious about my abilities and wondered if I was a named or unique monster. Confused, I learned about the world's races, including humans, magic-born beings, and dangerous monsters. Veldora explained that he's a dragon, one of the 4 most powerful races. He called himself the Storm Dragon and claimed to be immortal. The emotional tones seemed a mix of surprise, curiosity, and a touch of arrogance, especially when Veldora introduced himself with a triumphant laugh. So after the dragon, Veldora explained stuff and I shared my story. He offered to help me see by teaching a skill called Magic Sense. I was skeptical, but it turned out to be kinda easy. By feeling the magic particles around me, I acquired the skill in no time. When I activated it, my brain got flooded with info about everything, like how light and sound move particles. It was mind-blowing, and I was grateful for the newfound ability. The dragon was surprisingly nice, and now I had to deal with him to visit again. Overall, things were looking up for this slime in a strange world. The slime, now able to see everything around itself with a new skill called Magic Sense, felt grateful to the dragon, Veldora, for helping it gain this ability. With the help of another skill, Great Sage, the slime's vision improved even more. The slime, amazed by Veldora's dragon form, realized how big and powerful the dragon truly was. Despite the initial fright, they became friends, and Veldora explained the encounter with a hero that led to his current situation. The slime discovered that Veldora wasn't as bad as it seemed, and they decided to be friends. Now, Veldora suggested giving each other names to strengthen their bond. The slime, now named Rimuru, and the dragon, Veldora Tempest, decided to become friends. Veldora explained his predicament of being sealed in an unlimited imprisonment, and Rimuru wanted to help. They discussed potential escape routes, and Rimuru suggested using his unique skill Predator to consume Veldora. After some convincing, Veldora agreed, and Rimuru successfully consumed him. Now with Veldora inside Rimuru, they aimed to analyze and break the unlimited imprisonment together. Rimuru felt a mix of excitement and responsibility, while Veldora displayed eagerness to break free from his centuries-long isolation.
Some were far from our protagonist. The disappearance of Veldora causing a big commotion in the world. This dragon was a special S-ranked monster, which meant it was a huge threat. The disappearance raised concerns about possible calamities or disasters. The Free Guild, led by Fuse, was questioned about their plans. Fuse explained that the guild's duty was to protect its members, and mobilizing against threats was the government's responsibility. Baron Virard insisted on getting numbers for mercenaries and adventurers, but Fuse stated that they were not an army of volunteers and could only provide a limited force based on their agreement. The discussion revealed worries about the Eastern Empire taking advantage of Veldora's absence to attack. Fuse promised to investigate the situation, emphasizing the urgency of the matter. The emotional tone includes tension, uncertainty, and the burden of impending threats. Return to our protagonist.
Moving through the cavern path, Rimuru encountered 3 adventurers discussing their plans. Unable to understand their language, Rimuru decided to observe from a distance. The trio, after mentioning some skills, vanished from sight. Continuing the journey, Rimuru reached an intersection and chose a path. Suddenly, a menacing black snake appeared, causing anxiety. Despite the fear, Rimuru gathered courage and used a powerful water blade skill to defeat the snake effortlessly. Reflecting on this newfound ability, Rimuru felt relieved and more confident, realizing the potential of the skill against future challenges. After defeated a black snake and absorbed its abilities, gaining skills like sense heat source and poisonous breath. 3 days later, still navigating the caverns, Rimuru encountered various monsters, including a centipede, a big spider, a vampire bat, and a shelled lizard. Using the predator skill, Rimuru absorbed the monsters and acquired new skills such as paralyzing breath, sticky thread, steel thread, drain, ultrasonic wave, and body armor. Experimenting with these skills, Rimuru discovered their unique capabilities, like using poisonous breath to dissolve armor. Feeling both fascinated and cautious, Rimuru continued to explore the cave, pondering the usefulness of each acquired skill. Rimuru tested steel thread by cutting a tree trunk and practiced ultrasonic wave to regain a voice. Excited about vocal cords, Rimuru aimed for further improvements. Upon reaching the cave exit, Rimuru discovered a magical pattern on a hill, possibly left by adventurers. Outside, Rimuru experimented with acquired skills, attracting attention from wolves but repelling them with a threatening "ah." Later, a group of goblins approached, recognizing Rimuru's strength. Trying out the newfound speech ability, Rimuru introduced themselves and learned the goblins mistook them for a powerful intruder in disguise. The goblins invited Rimuru to their village, offering shelter. Despite having no need for rest, Rimuru agreed, curious about the goblins' village and enjoying the chance to practice communication. In the dingy village, the elder explained that aggressive monsters from the east threatened them. The named goblin guardian's death caused distress, and the goblins requested Rimuru's aid. The elder, desperate for help, promised allegiance in return. Despite hesitations, Rimuru agreed, becoming the guardian of the goblin village.
On the direwolf side,
in the eastern plains, the direwolves, fearsome creatures equivalent to C-ranked monsters, ruled with an alpha leading their packs. These wolves posed a threat to merchants traveling between the Eastern Empire and the Forest of Jura kingdoms. The Alpha, aware of the Empire's strength, aimed to evolve their pack by seeking magicules from the Southlands, a supposedly magical forest in the Forest of Jura. Fearful of Veldora, the storm dragon's presence, the direwolves hesitated until now. Feeling the absence of the dragon's influence, the Alpha decided it was time to advance into the forest, hoping to become the lords of the magical land.
Return to our protagonist.
Now that Rimuru is the guardian, it feels like a big responsibility, even though it's like being a bodyguard. The goblins who can fight don't look strong, and the rest of the village seems full of kids and old folks, so there's no chance for reinforcements. Rimuru can feel the pressure from the goblins looking at him like he's their only hope. He tries to lighten the mood by telling them to stay chill and focus on doing their best. Rimuru knows it's a tough situation, but he wants to bring some confidence and swagger to it. Ready to lead, he gives his first order to the goblins, knowing that if he messes up, it could be really bad for them.
On the direwolf side,
under the bright full moon, the alpha direwolf gathered his pack for a battle to conquer a goblin village. The alpha believed this victory would mark their presence in the Forest of Jura. With dreams of ruling the woods and eventually looking to the south, the alpha howled, signaling the start of the attack. However, a scout had reported a strange, mystical force emanating from a small monster guarding the village. The alpha dismissed it, but encountered a surprising defense, a makeshift fence, and a lone slime blocking their path. The alpha, underestimating the slime, ordered an attack, only to witness the fence repel their force. Shocked and furious, the alpha vowed to crush the slime, setting the stage for a decisive mistake in his judgment.